The great Kamroh is having a very important discussion.
Kamroh, do you intend for us to rot down here in these paint clouds? Now that the evil god has awakened, what is the point of sitting here doing nothing? I've waited long enough.
That old goat! He has no clue whatsoever.
That is Sir Crumley, chief of a neighboring village. Please don't mind him. He always gets worked up like that when talking with the great Kamroh. Their discussion seems to be over. The great Kamroh will see you now.
Long, long ago, when the world was still lush, green, and had a blue ocean, there lived huge creatures with terrible powers. People were awed by them and called them gods. The Lord of the trees, of the water, of the clouds. They were sibling gods of Malpertio. The wise and old great whale living in the ocean was one of the gods too.
In ancient times, gods and men maintained a peaceful existence. Yet about 1,000 years ago, a war erupted between them. It is said that the cause of the conflict was man's invasion of the gods' territory in an attempt to expand their lands. But no one knows exactly what happened. Vicious battles ensued between God and man. Eventually, the men emerged victorious. The creatures who followed the gods and fought for them were exiled, sent to a dark corner of another dimension, along with their stronghold, Kor Hydra.
Our ancestors, the ancient children of the earth, were wizards. Having defeated the gods, after a long and arduous struggle, they decided to take the dead god, sealing each of them in 5 separate islands, and magically raising them into the sky. The earth had been ravaged and poisoned during the war, so any future hope of survival was set afloat in the sky. Those islands are your homes now. Sadal Sud, Diadem, Anuenue, Mira, and Alfard. 5 islands in the sky. Even after death, a strong power resided in the corpses of the gods. The 5 floating islands have prospered until today, largely due to the power of the gods buried within them.
It is said that they buried the gods' bodies separately, so as to prevent them from returning to this world ages later. It is also said that different parts of the gods' bodies were chosen for burial, so that the islands in the sky would each develop a unique culture, resulting in diversity among the inhabitants of the sky. Yet, this worked against us. Who could have imagined that after so many years, someone would attempt to fuse those parts together again?
After the war with the gods, the wizards remained on the earth. They stayed to prevent poison that had engulfed the land from reaching the sky, and also to purify their lands. That is the purpose of the taint clouds. For 1,000 years now, the taint clouds have covered the entire earth, absorbing and purifying the poison that had seeped into it.
Great Kamroh, the great Mizuti has just returned.
Is this he? The Great Kamroh?
Correct.
Welcome home, Mizuti. It must have been awful for you up there in the sky. Your efforts are appreciated.
No problem. Anytime. Piece of cake.
People of the sky, I bid you welcome to the village of Genma. It seems you've taken good care of our Mizuti. Please accept my thanks.
No. Thank you. Thank you for helping us out of that tight spot the other day.
Mizuti called to us, so we hastily attempted a sealing spell. Yet, the power of the evil god was immense. Honestly speaking, I was unsure what would become of us.
Without your help, we'd have been killed by Malpercio for sure. Thank you so much.
It was the least we could do. As you must know from seeing our village, we no longer possess the powers once wielded by the wizards of old. 1,000 years have passed since our people started living in these poisonous conditions. Devastated from battles with the gods, our magic has all but withered away. As I'm sure you recall from your confrontation with Malpercio, even the combined power of our villages did little more than slow the creature down. Many of us collapsed after the effort. Regretfully, we no longer have the power nor the will as a people to leave the taint clouds and face Malpercio. But Mizuti is a very strong child, with potential rivaling that of the ancient wizards. It's almost as if Mizuti were one of our ancestors, reincarnate. Perhaps this potential is why the child has always been somewhat different from the others in our village. I'd say it was a blessing in disguise for her to have gone up there and found all of you. Although facing great dangers in the sky, she needs companions such as you to help develop her potential.
She?
You mean the great Mizuti is a she?
Oh, you didn't know?
Learn something new every day.
According to one of our village legends, 1,000 years ago, our ancestors used 3 sacred artifacts to defeat the gods: the Sword of the Heavens, the Ocean Mirror, and the Earth Sphere.
The Sword of the Heavens, the Ocean Mirror, and the Earth Sphere.
And the Ocean Mirror is...
The Ocean Mirror was given to the people of the Icelands by our ancestors. It's been shattered, and the Earth Sphere is in pieces. But the 3rd artifact, the Sword of the Heavens, is still safe here in our lands. It should prove a great help when facing Malpersio, as it was against the gods some 1,000 years ago.
Where can we find the Sword of the Heavens?
It is kept in the Garden of Death, just north of this village. Here, take this key. Use it to unlock a door deep within the garden.
All right, let's go down there and get the Sword of the...
Callus. You seem to have a mysterious friend with you. It is a pleasure making your acquaintance. The children of the earth welcome you, brave spirit. You have fought courageously side by side with your friends from the sky. Please strive on, so that the world may not fall into darkness. Callus, you and your spirit friend just may be the key to restoring our world. Huh? You should go now. Please be careful.